What's up? How y'all doing, man? Made it through another week together, man. How y'all doing? Yup. Yes, sir. What a game won last night, man. What a game won. If you tuned in, man, we was having some fun in there. And then the game got crazy at the end. Hey, no matter the weather, don't sacrifice the fit, man. Don't sacrifice the fit, no matter the weather. Rock that shit. Yes, sir. Oh man, we gonna get into it in just 1 second. I guess that earlier. Everybody gets that earlier. Yup. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Welcome to another episode of the Jayson Estrera podcast, where we talk about basketball as accurate as possible. Now, last night, if you missed it, it was game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers in Oklahoma City. We watched it together, right? We did a watch party last night. We were watching together as a family. It was great. Everybody was in there. It was great vibes. Come check it out. It was a lot of fun. But it was a wild game. It was a wild game. So we will get into all of that in just 1 second. But amidst all of this, right? Amidst the NBA Finals, and personally, I thought that the scheduling for this was incredible. And I'm talking about the Lance Stevenson, Michael Beasley one-on-one that is going down. It should be going down pretty soon, actually. But live on YouTube. And so with that being said, there was this on the timeline. Let's see.
I'm gonna do it to you real nice and slow. Understand? I'm gonna do it to you sexy. I'm gonna make them people love you tonight. You understand? For real. I'm gonna make the people love you.
Already.
I'm gonna have you shake that ass, nigga. I'm gonna make you dance, Lance.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
I'm gonna make you dance, Lance. We gonna get straight to it, nigga. I'm gonna bring my dancing shoes and I'm gonna tap all over that court. You understand? You better. I ain't gonna get shaking ass.
No. Nobody in the world ever did that.
Hello, everybody. Nobody at your service.
That was hilarious. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I'm trying to find where this link is at. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. So I'll have this kind of chilling in the background, but it was great timing, right? To have it right after game 1 of the NBA Finals. I was a little bit questionable. I was questioning at the time the way that they were doing it. There was no buildup, and I still think that they could have done a little bit more in the buildup, but at the end of the day, to have this at the same time as the NBA Finals, that was gold. That's been going viral, and it'll put some eyes onto this. So that was awesome. But what I wanted to kind of talk about was all the different type of trash talk. Like, there's all different types of trash talk. You come across all walks of life when you play basketball, right? Basketball, it translates through different cultures, from different parts of the world, right? You can get games and you two not speak each other's language and can play the game because you guys speak the game, the language of basketball. And with that, you get different types of trash talk, right? It's not just excuse me, it's not just, oh, I'm better than you, I'm busting your ass, da 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 da. Like, that's I think that's where I think a lot of the trash talk is, right? That's typically what we think of, and that's a lot of times what happens. But you do come across a couple Michael Beasleys. You do come across some Michael Beasleys who just say weird shit. Michael Beasley talking about, I'm gonna do it to you sexy and make you dance. Like, you come across, I don't know about you guys if you've ever come across players like that, but I've come across players like that talking about, that was sexy, nice shot. Like, like just doing weird shit to try to check you out of a game. You get all different types of tactics. You get the guys that are too friendly with you, right? You get guys that try to have crazy conversations with you. You get guys that are just trash talking. Sometimes you get guys that don't say a word. That's also very common. There's a lot of guys that barely speak. But that yo, talk about, you better bring your dancing shoes. I'm gonna make you dance. Let's talk about bands will make them dance is crazy. Absolutely crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. So good work. I know one-on-ones, like Lance is from New York, but Michael Beasley, like, this is all that guy does. Like Mike, if there's nothing else, Michael Beasley plays one-on-one. Like, if there's nothing else, he plays ones. Hold on, Jason got that shit on today. Yo, I started the show, Elijah. I was like, I guess we're not really supposed to be quoting fucking Kanye no more, but when he said, I'm gonna put that shit on no matter the weather. I'm gonna put that hoodie on in the summertime if it's fire. Like, put that shit on, man. Every time, put that shit on. Every day is a good day to put that shit on. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. But I'm excited for this one-on-one. I'm gonna have this in the background. I'm gonna probably be peeping it. So if I black out, if I look like I'm blanked, it's probably because I'm watching it. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I don't even know if I'm allowed to like live react to that, or if I'm gonna get flagged. That I'm curious if I would get flagged for that. But let's talk about this game while this is in the background. Let's talk about this game because I was shocked. I know Bruce was making fun of me last night, but like, I mean, I don't care if you thought they were gonna win or not. Like, I don't like that win is unbelievable. And if you're like, if you've watched a lot of basketball, like, how often are teams winning like that consistently? It was wild. Even when the Knicks were doing it, I was like, there's no way we can sustain this. And the Pacers have somehow sustained it. Oh, what the fuck? And the Pacers have somehow sustained it. So I mean, that's why I was shocked. That's why I was shocked. That was crazy. Boy, wake up. Chet is on the borderline of getting played out this series. OKC already lost confidence in him. White beaters in the winter, winter coats in the summer. Shout out West Side Boogie. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Put that shit on. Listen, man. In New York, you'll wear Timbs in the summer. Like, if that's the fit, that's the fit. You roll with it. Like, that's it. That's it. You roll with it. But we saw in stunning fashion, man, the Indiana Pacers beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma City 111-110. And man, it was two different halves. Like, we saw two different halves of basketball. You know, granted, it was only a 12-point lead at halftime. The Indiana Pacers had 19 turnovers at the half, right? And the second half, they outscored OKC 66-53 and only had 5 turnovers. So talk about two completely different halves. I wear Timbs year round. Yes, sir. I was on the beach in Jamaica with the butters. Yo, on the beach in Jamaica with some butter Timbs is some diabolical work. Some diabolical work. Oh, that's crazy, man. I've hooped in Timbs. Yeah, man, crazy times. Didiana Pacers. That's crazy. Why are you calling them Didiana? Like, why? Why are we calling them Didiana? I mean, listen, man. Tyrese Haliburton only had 14 points, but had 2 of the biggest in the whole game. Bruce over here trying to act like I knew exactly what was gonna happen. Man, that shit was crazy. Man, that shit was crazy. Black Canadian really one of the ones. He really is, dog. He really is. I put down a dunk in Jamaica in the Timbs. I couldn't dunk in basketball shoes. He said, "Ain't no break." I even got the low cut Timbs for going out with the family. Nah, not the low cut Timbs. Wait, so like so Drake rocking them offline Timbs, like that's normal? That's normal in Canada? That's like a thing? Nah. There's no way, man. There's no way. We only do the classic ones. I don't think I've ever owned the low top. Like if I've owned, people got, I mean the colors, yeah, but the type of Timbs, at least from New York, we only get the, what is it, the 6-inch, I think, right? The 6-inch Timbs. Um, I got burgundy, black, suede, olive green suede. I got the great champion collabs. He got a whole collection of just Tims. Hello, Kristen Knoll. Hello. I only got one low cut Tims. I respect it. I like that collection. Hey, you might have to. I don't know, man. Maybe you're gonna have to give Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Maybe he's getting some drip tips from you, man. Maybe he's getting some of his swag from you, man. Is that where it's coming from? But there was he that had to and on sale. I respect that. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think the Oklahoma City Thunder could do differently going into game 2? Obviously, I think the easy answer would be try to replicate what you guys were doing in the first half. I do think it was a mistake to go completely small on down the stretch. They lost a lot. This is one of the weirder games you're ever going to see, man. Like this is a super weird game. Not gonna lie, the entire family big on Tims. Oh God. Oh my God. You fit right into New York. I got my first pair before I had memories. Don't take Chet out late. I agree. I agree completely. And TJ McConnell, he's so scrappy, man. He was finding his way. I think they did a poor job of not trying to hunt him out in a couple matchups, but here, let me just call out some stats, and obviously stats aren't everything, but this is how weird this game was, right? The Indiana Pacers had 24 turnovers to 6 turnovers by the Oklahoma City Thunder. And where is this? The Oklahoma City Thunder, off of those 24 turnovers, only got 11 points. 11 points. And I went back and looked at it. 5 out of those 24? 5 out of those 24 turnovers were offensive fouls. So the other 19 were, potential for baskets, and they just weren't converting them. Here's some more stats. For the game, the Thunder shot 39.8% from the field, 36.7%, and the Indiana Pacers shot 47.6% from the field and 46.2%. And one of the weirder stats, at least in my opinion, it just looks weird. The Pacers had 56 rebounds to 39 for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, it's just the most odd. It was just the weirdest game. Indiana had all the turnovers, and OKC was up 15, but that whole time Indiana was still shooting better than them and was still out rebounding them. It was just a very odd game on all sides. What is happening over here? Black Canadian got play exclusive tips. Pacers forced OKC to play small. That's why Pascal got them offensive boards. Some massive offensive boards. Player exclusives is crazy. Those would be heat though. Damn. OKC wasn't missing much wide open. Indy was everything on defense. I mean, by those numbers though, Black Canadian, 39.8% from the field. They were missing a bunch of open and makeable shots, right? And that's what was that's what really kept Indiana in the game. Is Indiana was playing good defense on top of OKC missing some shots that they would typically make. Jalen Williams missed a wide open three in the left. But let's talk about, where is this? We gotta give Nesmith his credit. We gotta give Nesmith his credit, man, because my God. We got to give these guys their credit first on Indy. So first and foremost, and I said it before about Indiana, they are hitting everything. They are hitting everything, and they're hitting tough shot after tough shot. It's like one of the wildest things that you'll see. Literally almost everything went right for OKC. It goes to what I said yesterday. OKC was taking shots they don't normally take. They're just clutch as fuck. That's their game. They weren't hounding Shea the way other teams were. Yeah, they you know, they flipped the switch on them. Instead of constantly double teaming him, they were trying to stay home on everyone else and you know, trying to stick with Shea. But Indiana, I mean, just the tough shots, again, the tough shots that they hit. This is the
but it was also his man that
Miles Turner three.
It was his man that has left him. So that's what you're looking for, is that open man. Turner's sidestep.
I mean, a bank from that angle is just insanely tough. Where is there the Nesmith shot or the Nembhard? No. Where's the Nesmith shot? Yeah, this shot is crazy.
Knocked away, gets it back. Toppin wanted to shoot, Caruso wouldn't let him. Nesmith.
I mean, just hitting tough shot after tough shot, and then we can't. Where's homeboy at? We can't talk about the Indiana Pacers without talking about this three right here.
Tyrese is not even the main ball handler at this point in time because the defense has been so aggressive.
Nembhard steps back, three-pointer. Got it! Three-pointer from Nembhard!
And mind you, we were watching the game together. Like, the amount of mistakes that Nembhard was making, over dribbling, driving too deep, he was just making a lot of mistakes. And for the team to have confidence in him to continuously make plays says a lot about the coaching staff, but the team, right? I've talked about Nembhard a lot. If you don't watch, you wouldn't understand when I say he literally goes from their like fourth best player to their first or second option on offense down the stretch in games. And that shot just right there kind of showed you why they're forcing Shea to beat them and he won't be able to. The Nembhard dance off near the end was the best thing I've ever seen. Nembhard looked like Curry at the end, because I watched Nembhard do that shit when he was 12. He was jittery. He's wanted to go at Shea since they was youths. So that goes way back. That goes way back. Where is and then we got to go look at this, right? And
it's no fouls to give. Haliburton looking. Haliburton driving, pulls up, jump shot. It's good. It's good.
Like, how poetic is it that of all the shots that Haliburton has hit, he's hit 2-pointers for the win. He's hit 3-pointers for the win. And to hit a mid-range shot against the guy who's known for the mid-range shot right now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, against his team, it was poetic, and it looks like, if y'all remember, it looks like the Kobe shot on. It looks like the Kobe game winner, or the game tying shot. What is this? Which one is this?
Point game.
It's this is instantly what I thought of, the way Hali cut all the way to the right side of the court and pulled up from a midi. That was instantly what I was thinking of. So it was just like it was poetry. Like, you can't write some of that shit. Like I said, for Hali to be down and to take that shot that he doesn't typically make, he made another one by the free throw line earlier in the game. Really showing his growth, right? Showing his growth. He's settling in. It goes deep with them too. They have battled for championships since kids. And, you know, it shows like where Nembhard's toughness comes from. You know, it shows where Nembhard's toughness comes from, and it shows where the trust comes in with this team, right? Because in a team with Haliburton, Pascal Siakam, Nembhard is literally isolating down the stretch. And even in some of those games that Haliburton hit shots for the win, Nembhard was still handling the basketball, you know, a lot during the last 5 minutes. It's his role. It's his role. It's just what happens with this team. They make that shift. And I think even if you're prepared for it, it could still catch you off guard. And you know, even at the highest level, just those little subtle differences, right, could be enough to win the basketball game. I love that shot. Kobe didn't take his eye off the spot one time. Once he got the ball, he's the GOAT to a lot of shot makers. I also like the lineups Indy is using. If Toppin and Pascal are both on the floor, it means the bigger guys like Dort and Dub are on them. It opened it up for Hali because Nembhard had been on one. Beard was in the huddle talking shit like, nah, I got this, trust me. That's a fantastic point as well. Yeah, and that's a lineup thing that they're going to have to figure out. I think if you're the Thunder, you're gonna have to keep Chet Holmgren on the floor. And he missed a big layup. He missed a massive layup at the end of the game there. Like, it was just a massive fucking layup that he missed. But I wanted to point this out because I was screaming when I seen this. Let me know what you guys think. But I thought this was a mistake on Shea's point, and you guys could try to help me figure out what the hesitation on this could have been. Let's take a look at it down the stretch.
By Nembhard. Back up top, Jalen Williams. Shot clock at 5.
And then a
Williams
forced
on the
J-Dub
drive, gets in the paint,
into
puts
a
it up
weird
off the
shot.
glass.
Anyone else think he should have taken that shot? You like, anyone else think he should have? I felt like he should have taken that shot. And in that situation, if you're gonna pass it up, the stand around and do nothing, I felt like he could have tried to set a pick right here. Like, you know, Shea, he had a moment right there, in my opinion, to try to seal the game, and then he takes an even tougher shot.
Comes out of bounds.
They get lucky on this,
Now,
and then the shot he takes is tough as hell.
there's about a 9-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander spins, pulls up, jumper. Off the mark, won't go. Rebound, Neesmith. The Pacers with a chance to win it. Final seconds, no fouls to give. Haliburton looking. Haliburton driving, pulls up, jump shot.
I mean, that is just sick.
It's good.
That is so sick. Yo, to have that on your resume is fucking sick, man. Like, one guy missed the opportunity and the other guy takes advantage of it. It was fire. That was fire. He was blowing assignments like crazy, playing too high on pick and roll, especially if guards are going over the top all game. He was giving on layups. He probably would have gotten a call. So yeah, The problem with OKC really is that down the stretch, no one is truly confident other than Shea. They got no hoopers for real. They have robotic players, three or dunk, too easy to predict down the stretch. But in some of those instances, like that Pascal rebound, like you got to think they needed a big in that situation. And a part of defense, right? And this is day one stuff. We've talked about day one stuff since last week. A part of defense is getting the rebound, right? Closing out the defensive possession. And with the small lineup where it's a bunch of wings and guards who naturally their idea is to stick their guy and to get their defender, their natural inclination isn't to go and get a rebound most times like a big is. So I think that hurt them as well too. And I think just Shea could have changed that whole scenario. I think if he took that shot right there at the end, could have changed the whole thing up. They were too worried about trying to get a bucket. They played not to lose instead of playing to win. And Shea fucked up because he was in the wrong position defensively. Rewatched the play. Who was at the end right there? On the Hali shot, on the Haliburton shot? Yeah. Let me try to find that. But listen, man, like I keep saying about Indiana, you can make the mistakes, but they gotta execute, and they've done just that, right? You can turn the ball over, miss shots, but they gotta go down the court, being the team that's down, and make their baskets, and they just. It felt like game one in the Knicks almost, where all of the tough shots they were making they were just making all of the tough shots at the end there. You think so? Let me see. Shea isn't body. Oh, I read that. Shea's out of position all game. His defense ironically kept Indiana alive. I'm trying to rewatch this real quick. Actually, that's a good point. That's a good point because he is. Like I'm watching it back right now, and he was on Siakam in a couple of these possessions. You just got to know and understand to be the guy to Oh nah, he did some Luka shit right here. And I think it's important we call stuff like this out because players like Luka get flack for shit like this.
At 7.
Like, look, he's looking like, how is this wide open when you're supposed to be at the nail, Shay? Like, you're supposed to be at the nail. Like, I'm watching this right here, and he's looking up like, no, you're supposed to be there. It's not anybody else. You're supposed to be at the nail, so Haliburton don't get a free drive to the lane. Like, we can play this out again.
Shot clock at 7.
Right, if he's at the nail, Haliburton don't get this drive. He probably has to kick it to Siakam. Chet Holmgren don't have to come down all the way. This would have been fine defense. Siakam would have been forced to put up a 3 as well too. A dribble for a 3. Instead, they give up a wide open mouse turning shot just because Shea was not at the nail. Exactly. He fell asleep, lost the game. Nembhard was on Shea's head. because he knows better. That's the coach's kid type stuff, effort. You know, it's funny, and I've noticed this because this was a massive thing that I was watching with the Knicks game. And this has to be a coaching thing, right? But a lot of guys are missing assignments just by, one, not being in position, but two, being at the free throw line, to me, solves a lot of problems. If you're a defensive player and you have some speed and athleticism, you can stand at the free throw line and get out on a contest, even on a late contest. But we're seeing guys either drop too low, they're at the dotted circle, or get up too high. And it causes a lot of just problems. You're seeing it time and again with the Knicks, and we saw it right there with Shea. Watch the offensive rebound. You will gouge your eyes out. Good D really by Caruso and Holmgren, and I'm pretty sure they were both out as well in the last possession. Yeah, I believe they were out on that last possession as well too. Like, that was good defense right there by Chet Holmgren on the Haliburton shot. Trying to oh yeah, he literally just didn't box out. He just stood there. This is on the Siakam one. Let's take a look at this. This is on the Siakam offensive round. Low-key, Caruso was putting up a small stinker as well. He was overplaying, like I said, and it started working against them once Indiana stopped turning over in the second half. Yeah, I think they were getting a little bit overzealous trying to get the game out the way.
Switches up, Haliburton on the drive, gets into the paint, wild shot, way off, rebound, Siakam, and a shot won't go, but a foul.
That was one of the things I was always taught when I got
Drive.
Like, if you see right here, he has an opportunity to just box him out, and he just don't. He just ball watching. he just ball watching right here. So you're making great points. Black Canadian. It's just, you know, little details of the game that can win you basketball games, and it's really like you said, coming down to effort in some of these situations. And you just got to be locked in if you're OKC, right? Your thing is effort and defense. That has to be consistent all the way through. I'm not even talking about this one. It's not because he's the box out. He was just starstruck by Pascal Siakam. Yeah, let me see if I can find that one too. I mean, this was a big foul too right here. Alex Caruso going for the steal on the loose ball with Nembhard instead of staying at home. That was a big foul call because then it led to some free throws by Nembhard, right? That was after the three, I think. So it's just massive stuff. Siakam with the big block. Oh, yeah, he got caught ball watching right here. Are you talking about this one that cut it to one? Is this what you're talking about? Facts, Elijah. If you're Shea, you don't win if you're only 60% Shea. Yeah, that was what Caruso went out for, but also kind of terrible mismatch. 50% only means that offense is there. We got no effort defensively. Oh, for coach maybe with Caruso. Overplay. I watched the game, so I can say for sure. But that could have been something they looked at in the film room. Yeah, no, this one, I just watched this like before I put it on. This one, this is bad. This is really bad.
Harden
he got caught ball watching,
Step
and
back.
Siakam dives.
Three-pointer. Short rebound. The follow. Siakam
And
puts
that, hey, they could have called the foul right there too. They could have called the foul right there. But again, like that leads me to: do you think, Black Canadian? Because like obviously they're in the game. Shea is in the game. Like I'm sure he understands that he just blew a couple of assignments right there. Do you think that led to him not taking the shot, here at the 40-something second mark or whatever? I mean, it's a free throw line shot that he takes all the time, top of the free throw line essentially, and he gives it up to Jalen Williams. And no disrespect to Jalen Williams, but like Shea got to take that shot. That's just tough. Like he could have countered, he could have canceled out all of those mistakes right there, I think, if he could have hit that shot to try to seal the game. But hey man, that's how the game goes. Shot that was not Caruso that much fault. Siakam basically one pass away and he's on the block. Obi Toppin had an end one to end game. He wanted a three because he's a slightly robotic as well. I will tell you though, like watching that game, and obviously I chose I picked the Oklahoma City Thunder in this game. But watching the way they won this game, like it feels like they're gonna win the finals. Like just the way that they won the game, the way that they're winning these games, right? Taking advantage of every little mistake that these teams make and hitting all of the big shots. It feels like it feels like they're on a run to win a championship right now. Like genuinely, that's how it feels like. And everyone had called out already. It wasn't a great game out of them. They shot the ball well, but the turnovers was really bad. Because imagine they didn't turn the ball over and they were shooting this well. They could have had like 130 something points in this game, with the amount of turnovers and possessions that they gave up. I'll put it this way. The Thunder had 98 field goal attempts in this game to 82 field goal attempts for the Indiana Pacers. It's just a massive difference in the number, right? In the numbers game. All I'm going to say is Tatum would have taken it. I'm a coach, so I hate seeing that stuff. Trust me, energy is everything. Basketball in Indiana has all of it currently. They played their worst game of the playoffs and won, for real. No, that's facts. I agree. That's why, I said this in the Knicks series, and like I said, I know firsthand what this feels like. I saw this same exact thing with the New York Knicks in the Indiana Pacers, right? And what did I say about that series? The fact that the Pacers won the way they won in New York City in game one, and then turned around and won game two, more than likely that's a sweep. I thought that it was impressive that the Knicks even fought and won 2 games, because the way those first two games went, to your point, Black Canadian, the energy, the rhythm, the confidence of a team, it's hard to stop momentum. And the fact that the Knicks even won 2 games, I thought was really impressive. Oh, see you later, Kristen. See you later. I appreciate you. Thank you. When they got blown out by the Cavs, I swear they played better than this. But that was, it's really impressive. Like what the Pacers have done all playoffs long. And I think, to your point, that it feels like they're about to win this thing. It feels like it's their championship to kind of lose right now. Because I was watching this creator on Instagram, and he was 100% right. Indiana just has to take care of home at this point. If they could win out every game at home and win this series, they don't have to win another game in Oklahoma City. So that was a massive, massive game. I think, and I'll give Elijah credit because he had messaged me. He had messaged me before the game had even started because of the lineup switch, and he was like you're adjusting to them before the game even starts, and I agree, right? When you are the quote unquote better team, you got to try to force the other team to adjust to you. You can't adjust to them. And maybe this is getting far into the mental part of the game and all of this stuff that some people don't think matters, but you don't want to concede, right? And in a way, it feels like they conceded a little bit. And it's almost as if down the stretch, you could see it with their team. The guys weren't confident. The guys weren't hitting shots. They weren't taking the shots. It was all Shea. It was all Shea. Ironically, it was the right adjustment, though. Yeah, they started hot. They started really hot. This Pacers team is odd, man. Like this Pacers team is odd. Like we said earlier, like typically you don't continue this stretch. So what do you guys see moving forward? Do you guys think that Indiana is gonna be more dominant, or is it gonna be up and down moving forward? Because I don't think. Because iHeart wasn't dropped like I expected, and he was unplayable. LMAO, because Obi got pissed. So you think they're going to have to keep running the all guards lineup? But, dog, they got out-rebounded 56-39 is crazy. 56-39 is crazy. So you think he's about to get the MVP, Siakam? I mean, I don't disagree with you. If you're telling me Siakam is gonna have a 30+ point game, I don't think they don't really lose those. They don't really lose those. And he didn't even have a crazy big night, right? 19 points for the game for Siakam. If you're Indiana, you do feel really good about this. You do feel really good about this if you're the Indiana Pacers. No one on your team scored over 20 points. You guys had 24 turnovers as a team, and you guys managed to win in Oklahoma City. With Shea putting up 38. like yeah. Indiana, I think, could play much better. And, excuse me, I said it before. Excuse me. The Pacers are liable for one of their lights out games. Like, I feel like every series they have one of those lights out where they shoot fucking 60% from the field, fucking 65% from three, like some crazy shit, and they put up 138 points or something. Like I feel like they have one of those constantly, and so you got to think if they have one of those in the next 3 games, that's another win on the board. If they play any better than they did last night in game 2, they have a really good chance of winning game 2 as well too. So this could get really spooky. This could get really spooky really fast. So it really comes down to, can OKC stop them? I know, Pascal, you're gonna go crazy. He could have went crazy. He's the only starter with a negative plus-minus, and he has -10. He's bouncing back. He's pissed. I'm telling you, this is different because Indy isn't just trying to win at home. They take whatever they want. There's gonna be a game where they'll win by 20. They might also lose one game by 20. I agree. They can be up and down. OKC can't lose game 2. OKC can't lose game 2. What are the... Let me see. What's the statistics? Like what like I'm wondering what's their numbers when what's the numbers when teams are up 2-0 going into game 3 in the NBA finals? That's got to be a high. That's got to be a super high number. And like I said, I was fucking hoping and praying for the Knicks cuz I already knew what 2-0 meant. But yeah, man, shit. You don't want to go 2-0. You don't want to go 2-0 going into Indiana. Also, what do you guys think? Should they allow Hali's dad back in the... Are they allowing his dad back? Because I feel like that would... Oh, he's allowed to be in the suite. Nah, they gotta let that motherfucker on the court, bro. Like, they gotta let that man on the court. Let Haliburton go and get 40. Let him get a 40-20 game. Like, just go crazy. Like, if you're Indiana, that'd be my other secret weapon. Like, fuck, man. Let him out there. Let his son go crazy. Let his dad watch. Shit. They can't lose, but there's a higher chance they lose simply based off them role players having no confidence, because I promise you they feel like they played well. He in the dungeon box still. Nah, him and Shay's dad will fight. Man, I think they'll be cordial. I think they understand, especially after what happened last time. I'm sure Haliburton's dad is well aware now, but I feel like they should let Haliburton go crazy. Let him go crazy. I feel like he would start going imagine he going there, like he sees his dad in the corner. That'd be fucking lit, man. He pointing to him, they'll get the photo. He hits the 3 and then he's pointing at his dad pointing at him. Like, you gonna miss that moment. Like, let them have that moment, man. Like, it feels like they're about to win. Let them have that moment. Let's see, man. I agree, man. I think there's a real good chance Indiana wins. Let me peep what this one-on-one game looking like, though. How many people are in this one-on-one? Where's like the bracket? Where's the bracket for this? How many people are in this event? They're in the first game? There's 4 more games? They're going to be playing till midnight. There's a bunch of one-on-ones to 30. What the fuck? The first game's not even over. They've been playing for like an hour already, bro. Nah, that's outrageous. They gonna kill these guys. These guys been playing for 40 minutes straight. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, this man is gassed. Do you see this? Wait, I don't even know if I'm allowed to put this up. Let's see, yo. They are tired, bro. Look at this. Look how tired they are.
Man. The stars are showing up tonight.
Yo, what are they? They're gonna kill these guys. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, bro. Look, they are gassed. It's 29-23 and they don't want to play no more. Yo, there's 4 more games, bro. They're gonna be playing till midnight. They said if OKC win next home game, while in attendance, get a free can of chicken noodle soup. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. On the next chapter. On the next chapter. On the next chapter, bro. On the next chapter. Nah, I had it in the background. I just took a peek. These guys are fucking exhausted. Yo, be real. Be real. Be real with me. Be real with me. Come on, be real with me. Be human with me. Be human with me. You ever been like so tired where you like kind of let the motherfucker go? Yo, be honest. I know you coach Black Canadian. I know your kids can't see this, but like you give them the ah. You go ah. You give them the ah, and then you turn around because you know the coach is looking at you, and they're about to give you hell, and you're looking at them like you don't know what my legs feel like right now, bro. We've all been there. That's why it's just so funny. Like, obviously we expect better out of like professionals and whatnot and the best of the best, but like it happens, man. It happens. You just got to try to minimize it. I'm not trying to be federal with you and your players, Black Canadian. I'm not trying to be federal. It was like on the Jeff Teague podcast when his 2 co-hosts was like, you don't even like to practice, and he was like, you can't say that, I coach. He said, you can't say that, I coach kids. They watch this. It's like, it's real shit, man. Like, you be tired. If I'm up enough, I'll let someone score like 3 to catch my breath in a 1-on-1. I've been so tired, I pretended to get crossed. They acted like I was mad about it. In the game, I'll give a good body up and try to lead to help. They just stand there. Nah, like that. Nah, this is like, that's when I be picking up hella fouls. Like when I'm super tired, because I'm gonna just cheat. Like, I'm gonna just cheat. I'm gonna just try to pinpoint where I think you're gonna try to go, and I'm gonna body up just so I don't have to keep moving my legs, right? Type shit. So, yo, and then I'm the one that be mad when they call the foul, knowing exactly what I just did. We've all been there, man. Like, we've all been there. Coach yelling at you, your teammate like, yo, what the fuck? You don't even hear it. Yo, man, sports is so funny, man. We've all been there. We've all been there. It's just so funny when like you got to coach or tell somebody to not do it. And then you still got to correct them, right, when they make the mistake, but like, you know, in the back of your head, like, fuck, I get it. But with that being said, Shai Gill just got to stop that Luka Doncic shit, man. He got to stop that Luka Doncic defense, man. We gonna start the narrative. We gonna start the narrative because I've been giving him props on being a solid defender all year long. We gonna start the narrative, man. It'll start right here first. Luka Doncic defense. I seen a kid get crossed and break his arm trying to break his fall. LMAO. Wait. So was you concerned or were you laughing? So the funniest thing ever. Or was it one of those where you were laughing until you realized, like, oh shit, it could be serious? Oh my God. Seeing people get crossed over be the funniest shit, man. Yo, when somebody... entire game ended. Oh my God. Paramedics and everything. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. When I tore my ACL in high school, they kept playing. I had to walk that shit off. Yo, that's a wild story. I was playing, it was garbage time on the bench. I ran out the gym. Damn. Breaking your arm on the off, like it's not even a layup or a fucking block or a rebound attempt. Like off of getting crossed over is crazy, bro. Off getting crossed over is some crazy work, man. Oh my God. I would be sick. I would lie. I'm telling y'all right now, I would deadass lie. I would lie. If that's how I broke my arm, I'm lying. I would lie. Oh, I tried to dunk it. You know, like I tried to dunk it on the fast break. I tried to brace my fall. I would lie. I'm not telling nobody I got crossed over. Are you kidding me? I'm lying. I'm taking that one with me. Fuck out of here. You're not about to tell the story to everyone of how I got crossed over and broke my arm. I would fucking lie, man. Shit. Oh, they got this dude. I've been seeing this dude on all of the thing. All right. So who we got picks for game 2? When is game 2 actually? When is game 2? Game 2 is on Sunday. I mean, oh, and by the way, like losing to a team for the first time in 15 months the way that y'all lost is fucking crazy too. That's crazy. And I get you know they like to say in the NBA you know they like to say no 15-point lead is safe, right? That's facts. But when you are a top tier team, you cannot be giving up these leads in the fourth quarter. That's just like like that's just crazy to me. That's crazy. Yeah, nah. That's, you can't be doing that. So wait, they ended the live? They only showed the first one? Bro, that's insane. And you just gonna make everybody pay for all the other games? That's wild. I'm gonna find this. You're bugging. I'm gonna find this. All right. Game 2, I'm gonna say Oklahoma City Thunder, just because I want this series to be interesting. I don't even care that I picked them, but like I just want this series to be interesting, because if Indiana wins game 2, you could pretty much fucking guarantee you could pretty much guarantee that it's over. So Oklahoma City, you gotta win game 2. It's not like that is as must win a game as you gonna get. And they need to treat it as such. Like they need to, like they have those games where they up like 25-30 in the first half. Like it needs to be one of those games to try to counteract what the fuck happened in game 1. Because and they need to not let off the gas. And so, you know, it's funny because I thought game 1 would actually be a blowout, but I think OKC, I don't think so either, especially the way game 1 went. But I think that's the game if OKC, you know, in terms of thinking long term in the series, if you're OKC, you want to beat this team comfortably in game 2, right? I think that would be what I'm preaching if I'm the Thunder, right? Like we want to win obviously, but I would want us to win comfortably. And Shea said the other day, or Shea said after the game, like how you win and how it looks doesn't matter. And I'm no professional NBA player, but like genuinely, I think it does. I think it does. And it might not matter for Shea, but there's another 11 guys in that locker room, right, that it could impact them and their confidence, which is something that you've talked about all episode long, Black Canadian. So, yeah, I think they're gonna have to blow this team out in game 2 to really swing the momentum back, because if it's another tight game, I don't think Indiana loses confidence at all going into Indiana. Like, that's the type of shit where you might lose by 40 in game 3 in Indiana. If it's a close game and you barely beat Indiana again, like they might get ran out the gym by the end of the first quarter, game 3. Is the risk that I think OKC is running. So let's see how it turns out. I don't think it'll be that easy. Indiana knows how easy they can lose, and OKC knows how easy they can win. Indy can't be within 10 going into the fourth. That's facts. If it's close again, because Indiana has shown their ability to close out games. If it's close, I think Indiana takes game 2, and then they literally mollywop them in game 3 is I think what's gonna happen. If it's close and Indiana wins, this like game 3 is crazy. Game 3 is gonna be crazy. This can be a close win in game 2 for OKC and Indiana, and it might just blow them out game 3. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Game 3 might be like. The game 3 might be a history game. Like, you know how everybody, I said this last week, right? You know, the conversation about this series is we have a historically good team, a historically good defense in the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the Indiana Pacers are a really hot offense. It's not historically good. It's not historically in pain. Like that's not none of their accolades, right? But they could put up a historic number in game 3 if this goes the way we're kind of talking about it. Like game 3 in Indiana could be like 150 fucking points. And like shit gets spooky. And we saw it happen with Minnesota already, right? Where they blew out OKC. So it's possible, and you know, kudos to OKC for coming back and winning that series, obviously. But I think this is different if you're the Pacers. This is a totally different beast that you're dealing with when it comes to Indiana. And so I got OKC in game 2, and depending on how that goes, we gonna see what game 3 looks like. But we'll see what that 144 102. Put that in. Put the bet in. Put that shit in somewhere. Put that shit in somewhere. But that's gonna do it for me for now, man. It's always so much fun talking with y'all. Before I get out of here, please like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate y'all, all the love. I appreciate all of the conversations. We keep having some great conversations in this. Shout out to Elijah, shout out to Black Canadian, shout out to Kristen Knoll. Y'all are awesome, man. Y'all are awesome. But that's gonna do it for me for now. I'll watch the game. We'll watch the game together again, game 2. So we'll tune into game 2. When is that? That's Sunday night, right? Sunday night. What is that? That's 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So we'll watch that game together. That's going to do it for me for now. Thank you so much. Y'all could have been anywhere on the internet, literally with the internet, anywhere. But y'all were here with me, and I really appreciate y'all for that. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all Sunday, and then we're back here on Monday for our regular show. I'll see y'all later, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.